Welcome to the Regional Athletic Complex here in Salt Lake City, Utah for the U18 2017 State Cup Final. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. What a final we have coming up for you here today between UDA and Sparta. These are a couple teams that, well, let's start with UDA. They had a little bit of tough pool play, but the defense was solid. They found a way to get out of pool, and in the tournament they have been really good. Coming off a 2-0 semifinal victory, it was a game where goals were scored by Luna as well as Paul, and Trevor Elders, the starting keep, continues to be clean throughout this tournament, has not given up a goal yet, has this defense of UDA. That's going to be quite a task here in the final to maintain that. A couple players to watch for. We mentioned Luna. Also want to mention Jonathan Castro had a really nice semifinal for UDA. As we flip now and introduce Sparta, this is a team that, boy, they are scoring goals all over the field. And we mentioned a 2-0 semi for UDA. Well, the semi for Sparta was a little bit different. Tied 3 after regulation, ended up being tied 5-5 after overtimes, and Sparta advancing on penalty kicks. Boy, I mean, just a completely different semifinal, but they found a way to get here. It's a team that through their pool play, they scored 10 goals, and then they have 10 throughout these first couple rounds of the tournament as well. So a lot of offense for Sparta, going to try to crack that stellar defense of UDA. It's the 2017 U18 State Cup Final coming up next here from the Regional Athletic Complex in Salt Lake City, Utah. Ready to kick off here the U18 Finals. Sparta and UDA. Sparta in the all-white kits and UDA in the all-blacks. There's our whistle. We are underway here in the U18 State Cup Final. We mentioned the offense of Sparta and the defense of UDA. One's got to give as this ball out of play, UDA to throw in. UDA was down in that semi. Prettyman was out due to card. He is back in for this final as another ball played away defensively by Brambilla. Silva to throw in, he'll get it back. Looking for a cross. That ball unable to be controlled, and Brambilla there to play it out of the box. Quick counter here for Sparta, cut off by Rodriguez for UDA. Rodriguez with a service, and that ball a little short for Luna, able to be headed out as coming over there. One of the captains for UDA unable to possess it, and it's Sparta playing it up. Augustine couldn't get there. Ball played out by Silva. I thought Silva played it out. Instead, it was out off Augustine. UDA to throw in. There is Prettyman, number 20. This ball ahead. Paul trying to give chase. And there's the keeper, Kennard, to come out to gather it before Paul could get there. Once again, Brambilla there defensively for Sparta. We've called his name a couple times tonight, number 44. Lawrence gave it to his teammate, a trip up there on Merrill. Merrill got tripped up. We'll have a foul on the play. Ball in play. Kennard surveying. Well, he lost his footing a little bit after he gave that kick. It's October and the turf is hard. Luna trying to get around the defense, and the whistle there on the play by Fordham. Silva. This ball deflected off the head of Sparta and back to Kennard, who will roll it out. Fordham. Paul came up to mark him, and that ball out in front. Was trying to connect with Merrill as Prettyman there to play it out, and Sparta will throw in. Service into the box, headed, and that over the top of the goal. A great opportunity for Sparta. Boy, Mayfield Bingman with a great opportunity. Just sent it high. Elders was there, though. Don't know that it would have scored. Had it played pretty well as Sparta here to throw in. Looking up for Augustine, and what a throw in as Silva will recover defensively and play it out. Form throwing in. Near that line, Merrill keeping it along the line, and that ball played out for a corner to come. Chavez will take the corner for Sparta. This ball curling in, loose in the box and played away. And there's the grab as Rodriguez taken down. Silva in quickly. Headed ahead for Luna, can't get there as Reeves will let that roll out. Thrown in back to Reeves, marked there by Merrill. Here's Castro with it. Castro has a shot and it's deflected. Didn't get through as Blasington stepped in and deflected that one. Another opportunity for UDA, a roller that Blasington again able to disrupt. Rodriguez over to Castro. Castro trying to free up a little bit of space. Marked tightly. Rodriguez to center, and that was too strong as Luna will track it down and keep it in play here for UDA. Nice pressure, but that ball behind Reeves and turned over to Sparta. Over the head of Augustine, and out it will go. Good response here in this last minute or so from UDA as that ball headed out again. Castro cut off Fordham there, but Castro able to regain. He's trying to get it back to Meza. Help in Silva. Trying to switch it. Reeves able to head it up, but was beyond his man. As McQueen able to play the ball ahead. McQueen was the man who scored the late tying goal, the late equalizer in that overtime to send that semifinal to a shootout for Sparta where they would eventually win. Here's Sparta trying to make a run up is Bingman, and there was Elders able to come up top of the box and collect. Nice move by Meza as he plays the ball outside but cut off. As Lawrence retreated, now able to break up the pass again is Lawrence trying to possess. Middle of the field. Headed back out to Fordham. So he tries again to get over the top. It will. Bingman. And boy, Elders was there. I think Bingman got a piece of it. Elders able to leap and knock that out of the air and gathers. He tries to send this one long for Paul. Castro able to chip it over the defense, but couldn't get it over the back line of Sparta. Silva coming up in support, tried to play it to Paul, and it's deflected out. Castro in some space. Castro brings it in the box. Castro, the center, again, broken up by this Sparta defense. Just packing it in, not a lot of lanes. This ball played ahead for Bingman. Bingman trying to get behind. Elders going to let it roll into the box to scoop it up. Trying for a ball ahead again, and again it's broken up. This time it was by Cervantes. Merrill able to find it back at his feet as this ball deflected and out of play. Keeping an unofficial clock here sideline. It does not match our referees, but we are approaching 10 minutes played. Silva able to get it to Meza. Meza will drop back to support with Silva. Prettyman looking for a ball ahead for Reeves, but was played through a couple of UDA. Good pressure put on there by Hammond. And that leads to an eventual possession by Meza for UDA. Castro had to slow up to possess, but he does. Trying to shake the defense here of Sparta. Outside to Paul. Meza tried to bring it down. Good pressure put on there by Merrill as UDA still possessing. Here's Reeves. Boy, maybe had a step on McQueen. Now he's going to try it again. Bringing it into the box. The defense is there and cuts him off, and a goal kick coming up here for Kennard. Kennard's kick headed up by Hammond. Nearly turned over. Tell you what, Bingman is putting a lot of pressure. Always looking for that possession and runs. This off the side of the head will roll out for a UDA throw-in. Castro with it in the corner. Couple of Sparta there and a corner coming up for UDA. Corner. Backside, Paul with it. Can't get a shot off. There's a shot deflected as it didn't get through and cleared away by Sparta once again. Hammond able to play the ball out. Silva with a nice step back inside. Sends the ball into the box. Was looking for a run there, I think, by Luna. Again, that Sparta defense. Good pressure as Hammond comes away with it for UDA. Able to find Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to strike one from 30, and that ball sent wide. Kennard's kick found in the air by Silva as Merrill drops it back. Looking for a ball over the top for Bingman. Elders again able to read it and gather it off the hop. Castro tripped up there. Substitution here in the 15th. Fordham off as this free kick by Silva sent on net, but Kennard there. Fair, the Sparta player that came on. The flag is up on the play. Augustine was off. Silva, a kick over the head of Castro and right to Sparta. Nice find with Merrill outside. Space for Merrill. Has a run by Bingman, but that ball well out in front of him, and Elders will now gather. Boy, a high hop. Battle there, McQueen as well as Luna. Sparta still possessing. Now the ball cleared away by Brambilla. Meza able to get to Castro. They're closing down on Jonathan quickly. Tried to play it ahead to Paul. Defensed well. As the play broken up again by this defense. Nice possession by Cervantes, passing it out. Chavez up with Augustine. Augustine turns in around a couple of UDA. He'll drop this back to his defense and Brambilla. Space in the middle. Close down on quickly is UDA trying to usher it out. Castro able to get it ahead to Paul. Paul trying to get around, and a nice tackle put on right there by Blassingen. Brambilla to Blassingen. Now Chavez. Chavez gets around the UDA player and still up with it. Nice run by Chavez. Looking to get it back, and the shot is sent wide off the foot of Jason Chavez. Boy, great passing for Sparta on that play as this one sent to Augustine, trying to get around Silva. Silva, boy, that's a nice play with the ball. Luna won't be able to keep it. Cervantes switches it. Looking ahead for Augustine, and Silva there to head it away for a Sparta corner. Chavez from the corner. This ball loose, a shot, and there's the first goal of the game. Luke Merrill Found it at his feet, and in the 18th minute, it's 1-0 Sparta. The first goal given up in this tournament by UDA comes in the 18th minute of the final. It's Luke Merrill. Off the corner, found himself unmarked. And Sparta taking the early lead here. Silva able to get it to Castro. Castro playing it over for Hammond, who tries to touch one back. Luna will track it down. Tried to play that back to Silva, but Augustine there in the way. Boy, Augustine able to keep that ball right along the line there for a minute, but a misplay and it rolls out. Battle here, Merrill able to drop it back. Chavez. Cervantes plays it out wide. Drop back with Blasingen. Chavez again, Luna trying to catch up to him. Luna the tackle to play it out. Sparta able to maintain that as the pass broken up by Luna, and it's Paul. Boy, a couple of real good challenges by Sparta. Nothing coming easy for UDA here in this first half. Plays to space to Meza. Out wide, Hammond. An extra touch to Reeves, and now back with Meza. Meza surveying, looking for service, and that ball deflected out at the top of the box by Brambilla. Sparta with an opportunity to quickly counter. They're pushing it. Merrill plays the ball ahead. Wanted a run from Lawrence, but UDA there to break it up, and now they have a chance to counter if they act quickly. Paul. We'll play it back with Rodriguez. Reeves lets that roll through to Hammond. Near that far line, trying to gain the edge. Hammond, the center. Castro, boy, tried to, I don't know if he couldn't possess it or if he tried to touch it to Reeves. It was a great idea. Reeves was just a step behind that ball, and it's Sparta again looking to counter. Merrill touches back for Bingman, and a good play by the defensive UDA to break up the run. Chavez to Brambilla. The pass by fair, broken up for the time being, but Sparta still able to possess. Lawrence with it here. Couldn't keep it as Reeves able to gather for UDA, and now Hammond. Hammond pushed over there. Others will take this kick from just across the midline. And it is Sparta. Tried to clear it. I think it was Meza that took one right in the gut. Rodriguez will drop it back with Prettyman. Castro stretches to keep that and plays it out with Silva. Has help on the outside with Rodriguez. Rodriguez to Paul. Brambilla. They'll drop this back, play it with Kennard. Time for Chavez. Paul coming up from behind. Merrill able to find space in the middle. Merrill plays it wide. Lawrence won't be able to track this down, and a goal kick for Elders. Castro. Mays able to get it through to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, a nice turn inside, has Castro ahead of him. Castro from just outside the 18, and Kennard is true. Good opportunity there for Castro from about 20 yards out. Fired it right on Kennard. Kennard able to handle it. And in our 25th minute, we remain at 1-0. Sparta with the advantage. Augustine trying to get around Silva. Augustine still with it. And there finally played away by UDA. Chavez thrown in to Merrill. Merrill, service. That ball rolled through. Reeves wanted to play ball ahead for Paul, but that ball didn't have much of a shot getting through this back line of Sparta. Right there, Augustine with it, has Merrill to his left. That's where he gives it. Touch back, and we've got the flag up here saying Merrill was off. Elder's kick hit Merrill high. Really killed the ball. That one is going to leave one that leaves a mark. Merrill able to just punch it away. Augustine tried to get it to Bingman. Nice move there by Bingman. Prettyman able to stretch out and break it away, though Sparta now possessing back in their defensive third. Kennard. Castro couldn't bring it down. Cervantes draws the foul on the play. Blassingen. Chavez working on Rodriguez. Chavez, nice control, plays it up for Augustine near the flag. Ball getting locked up, and it's UDA coming away with it. Ball tried to be cleared by Silva. That ball deflected off players from both sides and eventually out by Lawrence. Elders trying to get it ahead. Merrill able to pluck it out of the air. Castro playing to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, Chavez came right up, stood in his way, and that ball never able to be controlled. Augustine. And Barambilla will give it back to his keep. Approaching 30 minutes played here in the State Cup final. Castro has that taken away by Cervantes, and now a ball lofted ahead for Lawrence again. If he can get there, Prettyman trying to cut him off and let him roll out. And it will. Elder's kick was headed up by Reeves. It'll find its way back to Kennard as Paul putting pressure on Kennard. Will roll it near side with Chavez again. Fair. To Merrill, has Chavez. Give it right back to Merrill. Now wide with McQueen. Challenged by Hammond. And that ball finally out for a UDA throw. With Meza. Now back to Hammond, trying to clear it out, headed up by Reeves. Luna trying to get there, but won't be able to. Another substitution here for Sparta. Bingman off, and Gabriel Lopez coming on. And Bingman, the man who, well, they tried to get on a couple of nice runs early in this first half, will now catch a breather. Chavez again to Cervantes. Fair with service, Augustine, and Augustine couldn't get a shot off. Boy, Augustine has shown his speed a couple times tonight. Paul trying to head it over, but Chavez was there. Nice job there by Silva, able to bring that ball down, chest to his feet. As Rodriguez trying to get there. He'll deflect it as Sparta now with it the other way. Merrill didn't hit it cleanly, but got enough of it to get around, but instead Silva was eventually able to gather it. Reeves played ahead to Paul. Paul in the box, and Sparta there to collapse down and take it away. Nice move by McQueen. McQueen's play up, deflected out by Hammond. Castro, wide to Reeves. Reeves terminates. Meza over to Hammond wide. Meza gets it back, man on from behind as this ball sent into the box, and no one there for UDA. Joe a little late on the run, and it's gathered by Kennard. Kennard's kick sized up by Silva, but it's Merrill punching it ahead on the outside. That ball a little behind. Boy, they maybe had Lawrence there, but couldn't connect with them, and now it's Castro with a chance to lead a counter for UDA. Wanted to play a ball ahead for Paul, broken up again. Castro has help with Rodriguez, may have to drop this, and that ball taken away. It was Blasingen. Lawrence with it, brings it in the box, centers. Couldn't get a shot off. Dribbling through. Boy, good possession that time by Lopez, but couldn't get anything away. Blasingen was a little slow to get up off that play, but he's back to his feet and racing back for the defense of Sparta. A couple of substitutions for UDA, including Meneses coming on. Lawrence, marked by Meneses, trying to, well, he'll delay now a little bit. Ball poked away for the time being, and Prettyman tried to play that ball up, and a foul here on the challenge by Sparta. Ariano also came on for UDA. As this is Meneses with it here. Far side was marked there by Fair. Ariano. Ball deflected to Silva. Silva will play this ball out. This ball centered, and that ball didn't get through and cleared away by Sparta. Elders. This ball contacted in the air by Cervantes, set right back down by Prettyman. Paul trying to get there, and Kennard will gather into the chest. Past our 35th. Played outside with Augustine. And played out by Hammond. Hammond came off with an injury. Molina coming on here for UDA. Sparta to throw. Cervantes tried to play that back. It was out off of Sparta. Paul able to head that to the middle with Castro. Playing wide. Here's Meneses. With it again, and a foul here. No, throw. That ball was out. Silva will let that roll to him. Harris coming up to mark him. That ball over the head of Paul and back to Kennard. Kennard will gather and throw out to Chavez. Augustine let that roll through. May have been deflected by Molina. Yes, it was. Approaching the completion of our 40th. Harris dropping it back. Cervantes. Fair played it back out. Into the corner. That ball kept in by Blasingen. That center attempt off the side of the foot, but Sparta still with it here. Top of the circle. Chavez. Chavez finding space. Played the ball ahead, but broken up on the play by Molina. That ball well out in front of Paul. He won't get there, and it will be dropped back by Blasingen. Kennard. Substitution for Sparta. Lawrence off and Orr comes on. Another whistle, a foul here. Silva will take this kick for UDA. Service into the box, and that ball headed over the top by Luna. Boy, a great ball by Silva, and Luna had the opportunity, just couldn't get it down on frame, and an opportunity in the 42nd goes unconverted to equalize. Good challenge right there, out off Molina. UDA with a throw in here late in our first half. And it's Sparta. Augustine plays it over with Fair. Fair plays wide. Boy, have Harris on the backside. This ball is going to be attempted to be shot, and shot shallow of the frame of the goal. This ball kept in by Sparta. They'll drop back with Kennard here. Benavides was trying to put the pressure on it. Maybe led to the turnover. Silva wanted to get it back to Benavides. Silva able to possess. Has Molina making a run up the line. Drops this with Meza. Castro in some space. Castro trying to dribble through and taken down. Molina. Touch to Silva. Silva loses it. And it's Sparta coming away with it. Ball played ahead by Lopez. Maybe an opportunity late. This ball unable to be shot, and it will roll out, and a throw-in coming up for Sparta. Boy, it was Orr who nearly had an opportunity to possess near the top of the box. UDA there to knock it away for the time, but as this opening half in extra right now. Chavez to throw in again, touched back to him. Chavez's service deflected out. Thrown in back to Cervantes. He'll drop this back with Kennard. Harris. Chavez with it. Castro able to retreat and cut off. Cervantes tries to play wide. He'll get it back. Or pass deflected out. Augustine, this one brought into the box. Here's Fair and deflected away for a corner to come. Fair will take this corner for Sparta late in this first half. Looking backside, Elder is able to punch it up and over. And there's the whistle. The first half comes to a close. A goal in the 18th minute by Luke Merrill has Sparta ahead 1-0 at the half in the U18 State Cup Final. Start of the second half. That ball played out immediately. Sparta with the 1-0 lead from Luke Merrill. First goal given up by UDA in this State Cup. Prettyman's pass is off the mark, but UDA gets it back. See what answer they have. Lopez with it for Sparta. Lopez tried to fire one through. Prettyman able to deflect it. That ball didn't get through cleanly. Here's Augustine with it, and Prettyman to clear. Sparta with it. Some pressure by UDA, and they'll drop it back with Kennard. Ball headed up by McQueen, but out of play. McQueen with it. Luna tried to pluck that away from him. Meza coming up. Castro touches us ahead, wanted to get it to Benavides. Meza. Dribble around Fair. Castro playing it wide. Castro with it. Back Molina with service and shouldered out by Brambilla. Near side now with Meneses. Able to get through a couple of Sparta players. And that ball, boy, use your head if you're Cervantes, able to do just enough to break it up. But UDA still possessing. Meza plays the ball through to Castro. Couldn't get space. I'll drop it back. That one didn't have enough steam behind it to make it through. Meneses picking it up. Ahead with Luna. Luna wanted to go outside, defensed well by Brambilla. Coming up was Meza. Couldn't keep it, and now an opportunity developing for Sparta. Playing the ball ahead, and Eldridge is going to come out, slide, and gather it as Bingman was making the run. Lopez, it was a good ball ahead for Bingman. They tried to capitalize on that in the first half a couple of times, but Elders was always up to the task, getting there before Bingman could. He did it again. Brambilla tried to touch it back. Kennard able to clear it ahead, but goes right to UDA. Meza couldn't keep it. Here's Lopez. And that ball sent ahead. Elders fired that one up. UDA now will possess near, and a nice tackle coming in to deflect the ball out. McQueen. And Castro a battle there. Castro Just a step out in front of him again. Merrill. Space for Merrill. Playing the ball ahead and wide with Augustine. And there's Prettyman in support to play it out of the box, though Sparta is still possessing here. Merrill taken away by Molina. Great defensive play made by Daniel Molina. And now he'll clear. Ball sent ahead looking for Silva, but beyond him and out of play. Augustine couldn't keep his feet as he was trying to gain positioning. The foul here. In play from Elders. This ball getting through. Untouched. And a goal kick for Kennard to come. Played back with Kennard. He'll send it up. That ball headed over. Lopez trying to get there. Prettyman back. Fair. Playing ahead for Augustine. Cervantes to McQueen. Played wide with Sparta. Chavez ahead with Merrill. Merrill cut off and UDA able to send the ball ahead. McQueen. That ball unable to get through to Sparta, and UDA to throw in. Augustine, top of the box, touches it through. Bingman can't get a shot away, and Prettyman out of the box for the time, but Sparta still possessing with Merrill. Playing ahead, has McQueen outside, and that ball deflected. UDA now. Good challenge there, and that ball out off of UDA. They say Menezes touched it last. Fair. Fair. Can he keep it in? He does. Centers, and that ball sent out by Molina, and a corner for Sparta. Fair from the corner. And headed out by UDA. Chavez with it. Far side marked by Benavides in the corner. Chavez keeping it. And that ball taken away. Castro tried to send it ahead for Arellano. And now Prettyman looking up for Silva. Silva trying to get around Brambilla, and that ball sent across off the post and then sent out for what will be a UDA throw-in. That ball unable to be possessed. Coming back to gather is Lopez. Fair. Nice touch to keep that with himself. Silva, a little ginger here for UDA. As Luna steps in front. Luna touches up for Silva. Silva in the box, left foot, and well, that one, he just couldn't strike it real well, as it will roll beyond for a goal kick. Kennard's kick. Augustine. Trying to get around Prettyman. Prettyman with the tackle to play it out, and Sparta will throw in. Paul has come on for UDA. As we're through 55 minutes played. Center attempt. That ball got through. Well, there's a great ball up for Rodriguez, but couldn't touch it to Paul, and it's Sparta coming away with it again. Boy, tight defense by Silva, and he's going to be whistled here for the foul. Brambilla back with Kennard. Coming up there was Meneses to win it in the air. Augustine, boy, marked closely in the whistle here at midfield. Chavez to put it in play. Headed to the middle and no one there. Meneses to clear it out of the box. Brambilla. And Fair tripped up here, and we're going to get our first card of the match. Molina shown the yellow in the 58th minute. And a kick from about 28 yards for Sparta. Chavez takes it and sends it high. Elder's kick trapped by McQueen, and Sparta again looking to possess it and push it up. Chavez. Augustine back to Chavez. And that ball poked away, and it's Paul. Boy, look at the speed coming back by Augustine. As the tackle there by Augustine ruled legal, and play continues. Molina to throw in, and Sparta clearing it out. Augustine, that ball behind the intended target, tried to get it to Lopez. And it's Castro. Playing a ball ahead. Paul won't be able to track it down as Kennard will gather. Augustine trying to work around Molina. Augustine makes a move around Prettyman, centers, and no one there. Merrill, the center. And again, that ball gets through. Coming up is Cervantes. Augustine plays back. Cervantes to center. And there's Castro to play that ball out for a corner. Merrill will take the corner. That ball deflected, and Bingman couldn't get a shot off. Prettyman able to take it out, sticking with it, and a tackle put on by Cervantes. Back to Merrill. Merrill looking for service. This ball actually sent on net and right into the chest of Trevor Elders. Ball sent down, and it's Blasingen. Was able to get there first, but it's UDA. Silva trying to make a move around and deflected there by McQueen defensively. Cleared out. There's Meneses. Merrill with patience. McQueen, time. Touch back, try to go back to McQueen, but broken up by Meza. And here's Castro. Has Silva ahead of him. Silva trying to come in. Silva has it inside the box. Silva, patience, the shot, and there's Kennard to knock it down. And they actually say that ball crossed the end line, so it will be a corner coming up for UDA. Boy, nice run there by Silva to create the corner for UDA. Looking for an equalizer. Sent in, and Castro headed it over the crossbar. Luna had a similar opportunity in that first half, a header that was sent over the crossbar just as Castro did, and it remains 1-0, but UDA now maybe showing a little bit more sustained possession. Some pressure played ahead to Paul. Paul finding some space. And there's going to be a foul on the play by Lawrence. Silva will take this kick for UDA. 65th minute, that ball on net, and Kennard didn't have to leave his feet. He read it the entire way. Kennard's kick read well, but UDA unable to possess as that ball played out by Lawrence. Turnover. Lawrence with it, right near the line. Couldn't make a play with it as Meza stood in the way and took it away. There's a giveaway. Good ball over to Augustine, and Elders is there to make a big save. Boy, a great opportunity for Sparta, and Trevor Elders, mano-a-mano, makes the save to keep this 1-0. Kennard throwing it out to Chavez. Chavez gets around. Coming back is Rodriguez. And he's able to play it out for a Sparta throw. Thrown in to Augustine. He'll play it back. Castro. Rodriguez wanted up the line. Broken up by Castro. UDA to throw in. Challenge in the air, the ball will roll to Paul. Paul in the middle, has Castro. Castro plays it with Silva. Silva working end line, and that ball cleared away. Meneses throws in quickly. Meza will drop this back to help. Bingman was putting pressure on, Meza unable to possess it, and Sparta with an opportunity here to counter. Deflected by Prettyman, and Rodriguez up ahead to Luna. Luna with a nice touch around Chavez. Up for Paul. Paul centers, and that ball unable to be caught up to by Luna. It's just a couple steps out in front of him. UDA plays it ahead, but space is empty, and it's Merrill there to possess, and now ahead for Augustine. Bingman making a run in the middle. Augustine trying to get around Prettyman, centers, and a great play made defensively by Silva. Able to go down to the grass and break it up. Castro looking ahead. Paul, far side. Chavez marking him. Paul to center, finds Luna, top of the circle, and it's Castro! There's the equalizer! What a goal from Jonathan Castro, coming in the 68th. 68th minute, and UDA able to equalize. Jonathan Castro with the goal. Hard work set up by Paul. It was a great center. The spacing was good as we've got Castro hitting the turf. He felt he was flipped over. Official giving no call, and now it's Merrill running down. Broken up as Merrill is down now, and the physicality picking up here. McQueen couldn't keep it. Boy, and pushed the UDA player right off the ball. Official right there, and he's going to get a delayed call, and now a yellow, I think, coming for Castro. No, it's going to be Silva with the yellow. Chavez headed out by Luna. Paul try to get it through to Castro. Chavez there to break it up, but Paul stays with it. Plays the ball ahead. Meneses trying to work through, and we've got A whistle and a foul here, and again the physicality is starting to see some pushing and shoving. It's been building up. We've seen a couple of plays that have gone uncalled, and this is what you get. Brambilla has shown a yellow in the 73rd, and Jonathan Castro a straight red. He has to go off, and UDA now playing a man down. Silva will put this in play from just outside the box. Headed up and over, and UDA to the corner. Corner, backside. Paul trying to center and play it out by Blassingen. Hammond to throw in, looking up the line for Paul. Chavez there to head it. Paul makes a nice move. That center deflected. And Cervantes able to clear it away. Rodriguez able to possess far side. And that ball touched out by Sparta. Kennard will touch it down. Sparta with the man advantage. 75th minute. Tied up here in the U18 State Cup final. That ball snuck under McQueen, and it's Silva. Silva. Boy, good ball, and Kennard tracked it, caught it. Kennard sends it down. This takes a high hop, and it's Lawrence with it, trying to bring it into the box. Prettyman comes over and breaks it up. Silva. Good play to his help. Rodriguez wide to Hammond. Hammond looking ahead for for Luna, but that ball beyond him and out. Unable to be possessed, and it's Luna capturing for UDA. Rodriguez, Hammond in front of him. Hammond trying to get around along that line, and Sparta coming away with it. Paul steps in front. Paul pushed off and going to get called here for the trip. McQueen will drop it back. Hammond stepping up in front of that, heading it right back down. Maybe some confusion there. Luna, I think, was retreating to try to get back on side, and that ball bounces through them back to Kennard. Merrill slowing up right at the midline. Plays to the middle. Coming over is Luna to take it away. Luna playing up for Paul. Silva with it, brings it in the box. Silva looking for space. Silva to center, and that ball behind. Still loose, and there's a goal! Felipe Rodriguez, a man down in the 79th. UDA takes the 2-1 lead. UDA playing a man down, and it's Felipe Rodriguez putting them out in front in the 79th minute. Silva brought the ball in, trickled around, and Rodriguez able to net it past Kennard. McQueen throws it in to Merrill. Merrill to center, broken up. And UDA tries to clear, it's deflected, and UDA will throw in. Meza touches back, this ball sent up the line, spinning and out of play. Sparta throwing in. Sparta sends the ball down the field, sized up by Meneses and headed out. Merrill with some space, playing the ball ahead, trying to get it to Augustine, but it's beyond him. Elders kick, headed up and out of play. Sparta switches it over, McQueen. Ahead to Lawrence. Merrill to the middle. Cervantes will push wide. Chavez marked by Hammond. Service and headed out by Meneses. And cleared. Back to midfield. Merrill trying to get around Meza. Merrill centers, and that ball is, boy, played out. No, it wasn't. Excuse me. UDA will clear it up. Paul will give chase. Kennard running to it to gather, and he'll throw it in quickly. Again, unofficial time updates. We'll try to give them to you. 83rd minute. Here's Luna. Wanted to one ahead for Paul. Deflected, didn't get through. UDA possessing at midfield. This one will. Over the top, Paul giving chase. Running back is Fordham defensively for Sparta. Paul upended, and this ball gathered by Kennard. Kennard throwing to Merrill right in front of us. Merrill, a lot of space, has Lawrence ahead of him to his right. So where he goes with it up the line. Lawrence, the center, and that's over the top of everyone. Will roll, keep rolling, and out of play for a UDA throw. UDA to throw in, looking up the line. That ball will roll out. A Sparta substitution, Blassingen out, and Orr coming on. As we close the 85th minute. And a foul here on Sparta. UDA substitution, Holbert coming on. Elders looking up the field. Chavez there to get it, but couldn't connect. Hammond throwing in. Meza touches back to him. Rodriguez, who has the game winner if this score holds. Rodriguez up the line. And another opportunity for UDA. Rodriguez centers and headed out of the box by Brambilla. Nice job coming back by Reeves to put the pressure on and break it up for the time being. Here's Reeves. And Brambilla able to play it away. Reeves would have been one-on-one. Prettyman able to chest it down. Lawrence with it. Plays over with Bingman. Lawrence finds it. Lawrence around a couple men, and a nice job by Hammond, able to just touch that away, and now cleared by UDA. Kennard chests it down. Brambilla. We'll have a couple of minutes of stoppage time in this one. As this one deflected out by UDA, takes a high hop. Thrown in quickly by McQueen. Brambilla switching it over. One out of the air. Chipped ahead for Reeves, but Reeves couldn't possess it. It will roll out. Prettyman there to clear. Chavez right back. That center, boy, right off the grill. And a UDA player down as he took that straight to the face on this cool evening. Hammond, the man who took that one right to the face, got up, he's okay. Thrown into the box. This one headed above. Stepping in, and Meneses to clear. Sparta wanted the handball. We're pleading with the official for the call, but it wasn't there. Brambilla can play back to Kennard. He will. Approaching the 89th unofficially. Cervantes. Up with Merrill. Holbert comes to put pressure on. Merrill. Nice play, but broken up for the time. Merrill fills the hole. Lawrence playing wide. And that ball cleared out of play for a Sparta throw-in. Lawrence into the box, and there's Elders to catch it. Unofficial clock approaching the end of 90. Our guesstimation that we are now in stoppage time. Is this ball out of play? Sparta to throw. Sparta to throw in. They scored in the closing minutes of overtime in the semifinal to go to a shootout. Can they do it here in regulation to go to overtime? This ball out of play, and Sparta to throw in. Merrill to throw. Bingman plays back to him. Merrill center deflected. A challenge and cleared away. Reeves running down. Brambilla at midfield. That ball headed up, and it's UDA. Meza has that taken away. Merrill tried to shoot, and Holbert just stepped in front of it and broke it up. Sent back to Kennard. Meza off the side of his foot, trying to be controlled by Lawrence, far side. Lawrence tried to get around center, and that ball is just wide, and it's rolling through and out. Boy, couldn't tell if Elders got a piece or not. Our center is saying that it was deflected, taken away by Holbert and played out. Merrill to throw. Augustine has that one taken away. And Silva punching it away across midfield to Brambilla and back with Kennard. Unofficially, we've played 2 minutes of stoppage. I would expect 3 to 4. This ball ahead. And a nice play by Prettyman, a corner for Sparta. Merrill from the corner. Sparta trying to equalize, headed up and over the frame. Elders sends it down, takes the hop, headed up. Reeves one-on-one with Kennard, chipping it over, and it is in the net. Caden Reeves. A stoppage time goal makes it 3-1 UDA. Unofficially in the 93rd minute, a goal for Caden Reeves. It's 3-1 UDA, and they'll throw. There's the final. UDA wins the U18 State Cup Final 3-1 over Sparta. Boy, what a victory and a championship for UDA. They fell behind in just the 18th minute. Sparta had a fantastic first half. How about 3 second-half goals for UDA, including 2 of them coming a man down. Castro, Rodriguez, and Reeves with the goals for UDA. And Trevor Elders, giving up his first and only goal of this tournament, remained strong in net after that early goal, and UDA captures the 2017 State Cup.